19. Yeah, we did not have one in 2020. Well, let's put it this way. We reimagined in 2020 as well as in 2021, and they were great events. I mean, the independence of our great country doesn't stop because of COVID. We simply pivoted and reimagined thanks to Susan Christian and special events and all of our partners and sponsors. But this year we come back fully. We come back in person. So that will be this coming Monday, July the 4th. And so the Shell Freedom Over Texas will be held in Eleanor Tinsley and Sam Houston Parks and along Allen Parkway. We are committed to provide a fun and patriotic celebration reflective of the diversity and strength of our great city, and one that celebrates the ideas of our founding fathers. The purpose of this press conference is to highlight the health and safety enhancements that we have included in our event this year. And also those healthy reminders that you must do what you must do to prepare for the anticipated heat. Now we hopefully we'll be getting some rain, more rain this evening, tomorrow, Friday, maybe a little bit on Saturday, but then they're saying by the time we get to Sunday and Monday, we're back to the heat again. So just be prepared for the heat on Monday, the 4th of July. But first, and this is very important, Shell Freedom Over Texas is the only public professional firework display in Houston. And what I mean by that, I know that traditionally many Houstonians view the fireworks from Herman Park and Miller Outdoor Theater, and they go out there. In fact, there are thousands of people every year. They go out to Herman Park and Miller Outdoor Theater, as many as 30,000 people for these events. But this year, Herman Park and Miller Outdoor, they're not having their event. So the only public event celebrating in the city of Houston will be Freedom Over Texas. So let me just ask, those persons who would normally go to Miller Outdoor, go to Herman, please join at the Shell Freedom Over Texas in Eleanor Tinsley Park. And then bear in mind that the gates will open at 4 p.m. The cost is $10, and the children 5 and under get in free. The fireworks show begins at 9:35 p.m. and the celebration ends immediately after the fireworks finale. And then let me just add this note, and I'm going to turn it over to Chief Slinkard, followed by Chief Pinion, and I know they will underscore this. This is the fireworks show, Shell Freedom Over Texas, but in terms of going and purchasing fireworks, the celebratory gunfire in the city of Houston, that is not allowed. So let me underscore that. Let me underscore the fact that it's been so hot and dry, even with the rain that's coming in. So come and see the fireworks put on by the professionals. Come to Eleanor Tinsley Park and see that. We return in person, and hopefully we'll see just thousands and thousands of people out there, bigger than we've seen in the past, as we come to celebrate the independence of our great country. Now let me yield and let me bring up Chief Slinkard of HPD.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Mayor, and to all of our colleagues out there, thank you for all of your work getting us ready for this event. And on behalf of Chief of Police Troy Fenner, it's my honor to say the Houston Police Department has been working diligently on staffing plans to ensure the safety of those enjoying the Shell Freedom Over Texas 4th of July festivities. Now, we're excited as well, Mayor, that this event is returning to an in-person celebration this year. Now, to mitigate some mobility issues and to properly manage large crowds, as I've told you many times in press conferences for large events, we are involved with all of our public safety partners in all aspects of the planning and the response to an event this size. We work closely with Mayor Turner's Office of Special Events and Director Susan Christian to prepare for all contingencies. And we're well positioned and prepared to be great public safety partners and host, along with the Mayor, for Freedom Over Texas this year. Now, regarding public safety personnel that will be on hand, we will have plenty of resources working the event to ensure a safe environment, and we will have resources both seen and unseen to ensure security for the public. Now, each 4th of July holiday, we as a police department sadly have to come before our community to remind everyone that there is no such thing as celebratory gunfire. It is dangerous, it is reckless, and quite frankly, people can be injured or killed. I will remind you to help the Houston Police Department. Discharging firearms in the city of Houston is a Class A misdemeanor, which is punishable by up to a year in jail and $4,000 fine or both. And engaging in this behavior puts everyone at risk. Simply do not do it. Do not engage in what people call celebratory gunfire. It's also critical that the public remember, if you see something, say something. We cannot emphasize that enough. You are a force multiplier for law enforcement, and safety is the responsibility of all of us in the city of Houston. Now, we would ask you to remember to pack two things. I've said this many times, whether it's for Super Bowl or World Series or many events. I've asked you as a citizenry and as a community to pack two things when you come to this event. Pack your pride and pack your patience, please. Understand that it might take a little bit longer to get where you're going mobility-wise if you're around the festival area, so please pack your patience and let's celebrate responsibly. Also, plan on arriving early. Secure your vehicle. Make sure that it's locked. Make sure alarms are activated. Make sure any personal items are not left in your vehicle or they are free from view. As the mayor mentioned, gates will open at 4 p.m. Security screening and wanding will be in effect at entry gates, and clear bags are encouraged. No weapons or backpacks are allowed into the footprint of the Freedom Festival. No coolers or alcoholic drinks are allowed to be brought inside of the festival, but water will be available inside the festival area. In addition, beverages and food services for purchase are available to the public. This event is a family-friendly event with live entertainment. And also, regarding the continuation of our One Safe Houston initiatives, we will have 2 booths available to the public to pass out 400 gun locks and provide gun safety brochures and education to continue our public education around One Safe Houston. Again, remember, the fireworks begin at 9:35 p.m., and then the event closure is scheduled right after around 10 p.m. So, Mayor, we stand ready at the Houston Police Department to support you and your team in being great hosts this year for Shell Freedom Over Texas. And with that, Chief Pena. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Chief. Well, good afternoon, everyone. As we move into this weekend to celebrate the birth of our nation, there are a number of things that I would like to cover regarding the 4th of July as it relates to fire danger. And up front, I'd like to first thank the members of our department. I do have some members from our fire marshal's office here that have been working diligently in preparation, along with the Mayor's Office of Special Events, Police Department, and all our colleagues to ensure a safe event this 4th of July. I also want to thank our county partners as we work together to address these issues. Chief Slinkard mentioned the preparations that have gone into in anticipation of this event. It's going to be hot this weekend. It's going to be humid this weekend. And if you're going to be outdoors or attending these events, it's a reminder that extreme heat and humidity can be dangerous and life-threatening in certain respects. We need to ensure that we're taking the proper precautions when we attend these events and as we work outside or play outside. Reminder, never leave your children, disabled persons, or your pets locked inside your vehicles, even if it's overcast, even if it's mild temperature. The heat in that vehicle can rise to the level where it can be life-threatening. We're going to ask you to maintain yourself hydrated as you come to these events. Okay, you can't play catch-up with hydration. Maintain yourself hydrated, especially kids and the elderly. They're less able to compensate for dehydration, so it's important that we maintain hydration and we maintain diligence and we're looking after these groups. The sun's going to be bright. Wear your sunblock. Wear a wide-brimmed hat. Wear loose clothing. Stay under the shade as much as you can. Take as many breaks as you can. Again, the goal is to limit your activity, especially when we're outside in this heat. Last weekend, the festivities that we had for Pride It's very well attended. We anticipate the same thing for this 4th of July event, for the Freedom Over Texas event. We had over 100 instances of medical emergencies, heat-related emergencies, that we attended to over the weekend. It's going to be the same environment. So we are prepared. We have resources. We have medical personnel. We have fire personnel that are going to be present. But a lot of it is going to depend on our actions and our activities in preparation for this event and while we're outside. Again, on hot days, what we do, and I'm going to digress a little bit from the Freedom Over Texas event, on hot days we seek refuge in pools or other areas where there's water. Just a reminder, please be cautious that it doesn't take but a second for a drowning to occur. If we're going to be in the pool, if we have small children, be especially cautious about those small children in any bodies of water, because it doesn't take much for a drowning to occur. And we want us to have a good, happy 4th of July and avoid any tragedies. One of the dangers that we do, and I'm going to talk a little bit about fireworks, because it is one of the dangers that we see during the 4th of July. And as a reminder, in the city of Houston, fireworks are illegal. Fines can range from $500 up to $2,000 if you're caught igniting fireworks within the city limits. But beyond the fines, the real issue is the injuries and the fire danger that come with the improper use of fireworks. Every year, we have people that end up in the hospital, in the ER, as a result of injuries or worse that result from improper use of fireworks. In 2020, 18 people died and over 15,000 people required emergency room treatment for non-occupational firework accidents across the United States. Mainly injuries to the hands and the fingers, followed by the head and face. So again, let's avoid this frequent. We strongly encourage all our residents to attend these professional fireworks displays, like the Freedom Over Texas event. It's a safe event. It's a place where you can go as a family and enjoy the celebration of the 4th of July. One of the things that I also want to mention is that the Harris County Commissioners Court approved a burn ban for the unincorporated areas of Harris County due to the increase in wildfires. Okay, the lack of rain has really caused an issue with grass and brush in our city. It's just waiting for a spark. So again, there are some implications with this burn ban. What it means, and I'm going to go through some of these, is no outdoor burning is allowed except in enclosures that contain the flames and the sparks. Okay, we still allow outdoor barbecue and those burns that are authorized by the TCEQ, welding and other hot work permits that are in accordance with the fire code requirements. But there is a fine associated with this burn ban. If you're not in compliance with the burn ban as is outlined, it's a Class C misdemeanor, punishable by up to $500 in fines. So for more information on the burn ban itself, we urge you to go to the Harris County Fire Marshal's website. That way they can get all the information, and we want to have a safe 4th of July and a safe and happy summer. Thanks. Thank you, Mayor.
I'm Susan Christian, Director of the Mayor's Office of Special Events and producer for Shell Freedom Over Texas. I want to thank my brothers, Chief Matt Slinkard and Chief Samuel Pena, and also their staff. Let me tell you how confident it is for a producer when you work with such an incredible team. And Mayor, thank you for your support of events. But we could truly not put on such grand events in the city of Houston without the cohesive efforts of all of our city departments. So first, thank you to these two chiefs and their entire teams for making this a successful and safe event. Look, July 4th is about making memories, right? You know, in my growing up, it was on my grandfather's peanut farm. We had a fish fry, we had watermelon, and we were always shooting fireworks in the peanut farm, right? So, or in the peanut pasture. So, these are fond memories that we want all Houstonians to have. So come down to Shell Freedom Over Texas. Be a part of this grand community celebration that we have been planning for quite some time. We have great success with an entertaining event, but also a very safe event, a professionally run fireworks show, complete with all of our pyro team, our pyro permits that HFD has approved, and it is just going to be, I think, another memory-making opportunity. Look, we highlight the diversity that is Houston. We have country, we have rock and roll, we have hip-hop, we have Latin music, and we have children performing to children on the Walmart All-American Kids stage. We also have included a sky stage, Mayor, since our press conference. We have a B-17 Flying Fortress Texas Rangers aircraft flying over. We have 6 AT-6 type single-engine advanced training flyovers. We have a Beech 18 transport Little Raider. We have several of those flying over. And then we also have helicopter flights as well. So look, 3 entertaining stages, 1 sky stage, and a whole lot of patriotism are built in this show that we want you to be a part of and help us celebrate and show the true spirit of Houstonians. Look, one of the things that we talked about, Chief, at the Pride event last week, and it just rings true today as we're talking about Houstonians and patriotism, Mayor, and that is the heart of a Houstonian. Look, we are a city of love. We are a city of compassion. Like the Chief said, like the Mayor said, come prepared. You know what to bring. You know what not to bring. But just briefly, make sure those you have sunscreen, that you have mosquito spray. Make sure those kids are lathered up. Hydrate now. Start hydrating a lot now. Wear light-colored clothing. Wear a hat. Bring your sunshades. Those are the things to bring. We want you to bring that great Houston spirit. What we don't want you to bring are coolers. There's plenty of beverages to buy and food to buy on site. We also have water outside, free water outside, and free water inside for those of you who are looking for free water. But we also have all of the things that you can buy that will make your 4th of July celebration complete. The other things we don't want you to bring are lasers. Do not bring your drones. It's not happening. We have drones, but they're permitted through my office that we will use to enhance our show. Leave your drones at home, and I know that's very tempting for a lot of those young people and old people alike. But also firearms, don't bring them. We'll tell you to take them back to the car. You know what to do. You know how to celebrate because you are Houstonians, and we look so forward to putting together a great show for you, and we look forward for you to be a part of it. So, Mayor, with that, I'll turn it back over to you for Q&A.
Thank you very much. Are there any questions to any of these persons that are here? Okay.
Yeah, I guess I just have a question relating to COVID. As you know, you mentioned this is the first year or the return of this event in person. So
Yes.
any COVID restrictions or safety measures that you guys are taking care of for this event?
We just continue to encourage people, if they hadn't gotten vaccinated and fully boosted, to do that. That does work. Even though there's a lot of COVID out there, positivity rate is much higher than it was a month ago. But nonetheless, the hospital admissions have been relatively on the low end. So we're not seeing the spike in terms of hospitalization that we've seen in the previous surges, which is good news. And I think that's because so many people have taken advantage and gotten vaccinated and gotten the booster. So that is what we would encourage. If people feel comfortable putting on the mask, they can do that. Okay, that's optional. It's not mandatory. But if they feel comfortable, please do that. But other than that, come out and enjoy and have a wonderful time. Okay? Anything else? All right. We'll see you on Monday, Freedom of Texas.
Is Chief doing Spanish?
Oh, Chief, I'm sorry. In Espanol? Yeah, sorry about that.
Bueno, brevemente les quiero comunicar lo que va a ocurrir este fin de semana acerca del evento de Freedom Over Texas para el 4 de julio. De parte del alcalde Mayor Turner, los queremos invitar a este evento. Va a ser el único evento de fuegos artificiales profesional que se va a dar en esta ciudad. Lo que les queremos recordar es que los fuegos artificiales dentro de la ciudad de Houston es ilegal usarlos. Puede haber una multa de $500 a $2,000 por cada incidente. Lo que el Departamento de Policía, el Departamento de la Oficina de Eventos Especiales, Susan Christian, les quiero recomendar es que vengan preparados a estos eventos este fin de semana, que tomen bastante agua, que tengan las precauciones requeridas para poder tener un evento sano y que se preparen, ¿sí? Va a estar caliente este fin de semana, va a estar muy húmedo y las emergencias médicas acerca del calor pueden resultar si uno no toma las precauciones adebidas. Así es que les queremos recomendar que vengan, que disfruten de este programa. Es el 4 de julio. What time does it start? Empieza a las 4 de la tarde y termina a las 10 de la noche. Son $10 para las entradas y niños de 5 años o menores entran gratuitamente. Los queremos invitar a este evento y que disfruten del 4 de julio. Sí, como comunicó el Departamento de Policías, vamos a tener bastantes recursos para seguridad. Tienen bastante personal dentro del evento y fuera del evento. Van a haber personales en uniformados y sin uniforme para poder prestar un ambiente seguro. El Departamento de Bomberos también va a tener recursos dentro de este evento para asegurarnos que tengamos bastantes ambulancias y paramédicos para poder atender cualquier incidente médico, ¿sí? Así es que estamos bien preparados. El departamento de Susan Christian coordinó todo este evento y nos sentimos seguros que tenemos los recursos requeridos para poder dar un ambiente seguro para que pueda disfrutar todos los miembros que están aquí en esta ciudad.
Y por último, ahora sí,
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
What were you committing me to?
fíjate. Le avientan todo en español, ¿no?
Sí.
Ok, entonces, jefe, si me puede hablar un poco sobre las medidas de sanidad, de seguridad que están tomando, pues sabemos que hay un repunte de casos de coronavirus para este evento.
Sí, mire, no va a haber ninguna no vamos a restringir nada acerca de el uso de mascarillas o eso, pero lo que se recomienda es que se vacunen apropiadamente y que tomen las medidas necesarias para mantenerse sanos. Es lo que se recomienda para este evento.
Y también sabemos que esta es la primera vez que regresa por completo después de que ya 2-3 años, en el 2019 fue la última vez que se celebró así.
Sí, mira, estamos anticipando que sea bien atendido este evento. Como dices, es el primer año que regresamos a estar en persona en estos eventos. Es que esperamos que la gente esté excitada para atender y estamos nosotros preparados para poder tener un ambiente sano y seguro.
Y ahora que veo estas pues, indicaciones sobre los fuegos artificiales, hable un poco más sobre eso, porque pues sabemos que hay mucha anticipación, emoción por el 4 de julio, sin embargo sabemos que están prohibidos en la ciudad de Houston.
Sí, en la ciudad de Houston están prohibidos usar los fuegos artificiales. Puede ser una multa de $500 a $2,000 por cada incidente de uso de los fuegos. Sí los puede uno tener en sus vehículos, pero usarlos es ilegal aquí dentro de la ciudad de Houston. En las áreas del condado sí hay áreas donde los puedan usar. Y
Hey, Pat, we're shooting an interview. Okay.